Good day. I am Professor Shikha Vyas-Doorgapersad in the School of Public Management, Governance and Public Policy, College of Business and Economics at University of Johannesburg in South Africa. The article is written by Anesh Longwane based on her findings as a master's student, and I'm her supervisor. The title is Food Security Interventions to Achieve Sustainable Development Goal 2 in South Africa. SDG 2 states to end hunger, avoid food, to receive the food security and improve nutrition to promote sustainable agriculture. It is aimed at ensuring that people have access to food that is nutritious and safe all year round, with emphasis on poor communities and children. The study examines the status of SDG 2 in South African context. The guiding question is, what are the challenges related to SDG 2 implementation in South Africa? Even though the globe generates more than enough food to everyone, there are 811 million people worldwide go to bed hungry every night. Farmers, herders, fishermen, they produce over 70% of the global food supply. However, they are more vulnerable to food insecurity because poverty and hunger are more common among rural populations. And there are various reasons the world faces hunger today, such as 99.1 million people in 23 countries, estimated 14 million children under the age of 5 worldwide suffer from some form of malnutrition, and only 25% of children suffering from acute malnutrition. That is life-saving. More than 811 people experience hunger. Over the past decade, there has been a steady decline in world hunger. However, it is now on the rise again, affecting over 9.9% of the world population. Due to issues such as climate change and COVID-19 pandemic from 2019 to 2020, the number of people who are undernourished grew by 161 million. Hunger is increasing at an alarming rate in Africa. Issues such as COVID, economic wars, conflict, drought, extreme weather conditions have reversed years of progress. In 2019, it was reported that 234 million sub-Saharan Africans were chronically undernourished. In Africa, 115 million people were experiencing hunger, that is 20% of the population. In East Africa, conditions are deteriorating. 7 million people are at risk for starvation. 33.8 million face acute food insecurity. Moreover, 12.8 million children are acutely malnutrition in East Africa. In SADC region, a 2019 report conducted by SADC revealed that in 13 countries, there were 41.2 million people who were food insecure. The countries that experience a drastic food insecurity increase were Mozambique, Eswatini, Republic of Congo, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. Food insecurity is caused by various reasons such as civil unrest, diseases, pests, droughts, floods, to name a few. The study considered employing a qualitative research, and the study used literature and document reviews to compile information, and the analysis was done via document analysis and conceptual analysis. The theoretical framework was based on ecology theory. It focuses on the Earth's ability to meet the demands of an increasing population. It emphasizes the need to promote agriculture, ensure sustainable land, and encourage sustainable living for future generations. It also provides the need for business and big corporates to be more environmentally friendly. Some of the reasons of Millennium Development Goal 1 that is linked to SDG 2 are unemployment. The more serious threat to poverty reduction is countries' unemployment rate. Between 1990 and 2015, the situation did not improve. Unemployment rates has been high over the past 15 years, and proportion of poverty has climbed from 33% in 2001 to 40% in 2011. There are barriers to market access. Farm owners must overcome market access. The issue is multifaceted and includes weak infrastructure, impediments to market penetration caused by their low resource foundation, a lack of information, a lack of or insufficient institutions, or ineffective regulations. The challenges related to SDG 2 in South Africa include poor governance. The government is responsible to ensure that frameworks are implemented to tackle the issue of food insecurity. However, due to poor governance and coordination of policies, these goals are hard to achieve. The absence of ethical behavior in government departments results in food initiatives not working. In addition, the increased deforestation has had a significant impact on climate change. National food policies also conflict with global policies, negatively affecting South Africa's chances to achieve food security targets. Moreover, there are also conflicting agriculture practices. Population growth has significantly increased, resulting in more food needed to feed people in South Africa. Lastly, 2019 COVID further worsened the challenges and slowed South Africa's progress in achieving food security. South Africans are experiencing hunger. Around 800 people went to sleep starving every day between 1950 and 2005, and the numbers are increasing nearly 1 billion since 2005. When food is scarce due to scarcity of resources, it causes discomfort. Hunger, rather than a lack of land, income, or capital, is a more significant threat to human survival. There is malnutrition that refers to problems including general deficiency and caused by a lack of nutrients like vitamins and iron. Malnutrition is an illness that is most common in low-income families, especially in developing countries. People are stressed. The experience of being overburdened or unable to handle psychological and emotional pressure is referred to as stress. One of the social repercussions of food insecurity is stress. To improve the standards of food security, various legislative frameworks have been implemented in South Africa. Some of the significant ones are Plant Breeders' Rights Act, Meat Safety Act, Animal Disease Act, Agriculture Standards Act, South Africa Food Security Policy, and the National Integrated Food Security Strategy. Institutional frameworks regulating food security are also being implemented by the Department of Trade and Industry, the National Department of Health, the Department of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries, the Department of Social Development, and the Department of Education. The study suggests that holistically, South Africa should adopt the World Food Day initiative. The natural disaster in South Africa show how much the country is unprepared for disaster management and was affected by floods and storms in vulnerable positions because of the slow response from the government. Under the World Food Program, 1.2 million people in Nigeria were provided with food and nutrition aid. This shows that it has been beneficial in addressing the food security crisis. The South African government should also partner with the World Food Program to deal with food insecurity faced in poor communities and the communities that face natural disasters. What South Africa can learn from Nigeria is to accept help from food security initiatives aimed at achieving SDG 2 worldwide. South Africa should also adopt a healthy diet campaigns in school, hospitals, and the workplace. A month should also be dedicated to observing food-related health issues to curb issues such as being overweight or underweight. This study sought to determine if food security policies are appropriately implemented. It assessed the current food security interventions and whether they contribute to the success or failure of SDG 2 to promote accountability in public service regarding achieving zero hunger in South Africa. The study found some concerning questions such as how mismanagement, food wastage, corruption, irresponsibility, and related challenges hamper the implementation of food security interventions, and how they can be addressed. The answers to these concerns will form part of future publications. This study did not include interviews as a data collection method and relied on secondary data to conduct research. In addition, information giving a clear view of the hunger situation in South Africa was not as detailed as would have been ideal. This aspect is considered as a limitation to the study. The interviews with relevant stakeholders such as Department of Trade and Industry, the National Department of Health, the Department of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries, the Department of Social Development, and the Department of Education would have added more value to the study. Future studies may incorporate interviews with relevant stakeholders, hence will be an advanced contribution to the fields of public management and development studies. Thank you.